Hey everybody, Ryan Alexander with Denison Yachting here on a very windy day, so I apologize in advance for whatever it is that my hair does while I'm talking. I recently went down to the Bahamas to take you on a walkthrough of a 63-foot Baia motor yacht. The model is the Azzura, and the name of the boat is Eternity 2. Launched in 2014, this 63 is perfect for experiencing the Caribbean and the beauty of the island's shallow waters. With Arneson Drives and a shallow 2-foot 9-inch draft, there are very few areas that are off limits. Almost as impressive as the foreign destinations you have access to is the speed at which you can get to them. Eternity 2 has a top speed of 46 knots or 53 miles an hour. A 63-foot luxury day boat tearing through the water at speeds this high is an experience to be had. Everything quickly fades away until all that's left is the rush of the wind. The cockpit of this yacht is the heart of the vessel with a great layout that takes full advantage of the yacht's 16-foot 5-inch beam. When you're taking a break from the summer fun, you step below decks, and there you're greeted by a comfortable and warm living area. Just off of the Salon are 3 staterooms, each with ensuite heads. Eternity 2 is listed centrally with one of the industry's top brokers, Bosshardt. As a pillar of our brokerage team, Kurt is a seasoned professional with his thumb on the pulse of the industry. Let's kick things off at the stern. First, we have a fixed swim platform. This sunning area is covered in a comfortable, non-slip surface called SeaDeck. As you see it at the moment, the swim platform is set up for a pair of sea bobs. A great feature back here is a remotely controlled garage door. This gives you extra space for your water toys. This garage also houses a Bessonzoni electric passerelle that can double as a davit for your water toys or a small tender. Immediately forward of the swim platform is a large sun pad with room for 2 to get comfortable and share a bottle of wine. At anchor, this is where you will likely find yourself during moments that matter. This is also an incredible seat from which to experience the power of this yacht as her Arneson Drives throw thousands of gallons of water on top of her wake. The engine room can be accessed under this sun pad, which raises electrically. The mechanical space is built around a pair of MANN V12 engines. These combine for over 2,700 horsepower and propel her to incredible speeds. I've already told you about her top speed of 46 knots, but her cruise speed is 40 knots, which is amazing in itself. Luxury isn't supposed to be able to move this fast. Her powerful engine package benefits from a new custom exhaust recently installed. Also found in the engine room is a 17 kilowatt Kohler generator and an Atlas shore power converter. Now let's step into the covered section of the cockpit with teak decks underfoot. Our first stop is the alfresco wet bar on the port side. There's a lot going on in this area considering its size. Behind the bar is a sink as well as a grill. And below are a pair of cold drawers and an ice maker. Immediately forward of the engine room is a wrapping lounge and dinette. This is where you gather with your friends and family for a spread of cold drinks and sandwiches in the heat of the summer. Found throughout the cockpit is an updated JL audio sound system. Our final stop below the enclosure is the Helm, which is located on the starboard side. Let's break down most of what we see here in front of us. Across the top are your analog gauges. Here we see flap and trim indicators, as well as read-offs for RPMs, oil pressure and temperature, as well as water temperature. Below this is a compass, as well as the Helm's primary feature, her multifunction display. Looking now to the port side of the Helm, there are 3 sets of joysticks. The first are for the bow thruster and till. The next set activate the flaps. Finally, you have her trim controls. On the starboard side is the autopilot as well as the engine controls. And then finally, outboard is a shipmate VHF radio. From here, let's step forward and down into the Salon. An important upgrade to the Salon is an all-new Dometic AC system, to which our current owner added a second additional chiller. Throughout this space, we find subtle and cohesive design elements, like this parquet flooring. Over on the starboard side in the living area, seating is provided by a sprawling divan with an electric high-low table for indoor entertaining. All of the main breaker switches are located just above eye level, hidden in a cabinet. From the starboard seating, we can see the Salon's TV. Forward of the TV is the yacht's galley, which is equipped to easily accommodate day trips. First, we see a stainless isotherm fridge freezer. Beyond this is a sink basin and a recessed microwave. Below the microwave is a 2-burner electric cooktop that can double as prep space. Ample storage can be found above and below the countertop. Aft in the Salon are entries into a pair of twin staterooms. First, let's take a look at the starboard cabin. Above the 2 beds is access to the back of the helm station. These 2 aft staterooms both feature hanging lockers and ensuite heads with showers. The head found attached to the port side stateroom can also be accessed from the lower foyer and serves as the yacht's day head. Leaving here and passing forward through the Salon, let's take a look at the yacht's 3rd stateroom, her master. Centerline is a semi-walk-around queen berth. Wrapping around this cabin is a ton of storage. In addition to hanging lockers, there's storage underneath the bed. On the port side aft is an ensuite with a shower stall. Directly overhead of the master is the foredeck. Up here, you can see the long stainless grab rails that trace both sides of the bow cap. The primary feature up here is a custom sun pad that the current owner added to add a more exclusive option for lounging. And then finally, further forward, we come to the crew space, which is more broadly used for storage. All the way forward is the ground tackle, comprised of a Lofferens windlass and a claw anchor.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's walkthrough of this 63-foot Baia motor yacht. If you have any questions, want to see a spec sheet, or like to see her in person, you can reach out to Kurt Bosshardt directly.